The biggest thing is this stock may have to be administered annually, something similar to the flu shot. So if that happens, in my opinion, these prices that we currently see with Pfizer, we may never see them again. Welcome back, YouTube. My name is David Mitchell. I am the host of the Ace of Spades, and today we'll be talking about the company called Pfizer. Now, Pfizer has said that they've tested the vaccine on roughly a little over 40,000 people, and they have had over a 90% effective rate. Now, of course, this will send the markets rallying and also this specific stock, which is what we're going to talk about today. Is it a good investment? Let's talk about it. From a financial standpoint, a company developing a vaccine that will be administered to the world can have an unimaginable return. From an analytical standpoint, Pfizer said that they expect roughly, if everything goes smoothly, to have about 50 million vaccines available by the end of this year. And by next year, they're going to expect to have over 1 billion. With that being said, just comparing the numbers to the human population and the fact that this is on a global basis, just simply applying the rules of supply and demand, even with their fully expected expansion rates with no hiccups as far as in the effectiveness or any side effects, that there will still be a shortage. This will play hugely into the role of supply and demand, which I also think can benefit the stock in the short term. Before I give you my opinion, let's look at the company Pfizer as a whole and where it stands right now prior to a lot of the money that's going to be injected over the short term because of the vaccine. As a whole, Pfizer has a little over 200 billion in market capital, 41 billion in assets on the short term, and a little over 30 billion in liabilities over the short term. The long-term view is the company has a little over 140 billion in long-term assets, as well as a little over 80 billion in long-term debt. So with that being said, this is an incredibly financially stable company. The company has been around for for decades, and it has been stable for the most part throughout the pandemics. It's not any threat to go bankrupt. We're going to talk a little bit about the highs and lows prior to coronavirus and the lows going into coronavirus and where I think this can potentially go. Not to mention the added benefit that this stock does pay a dividend, because outside of the shorting a stock or just, when you're gambling to make like quick money, I don't believe in letting companies hold your money without giving you something in return. With stocks, that's going to be a dividend. So the fact that this company does pay a little over 3% dividend is amazing. Here's why I think purchasing Pfizer is a no-brainer. Prior to COVID, the high was roughly in the mid 40s, about $46. At the lowest point in COVID, the stock dropped down to about $28. So even where the stock is today, a few days after this announcement, it is still below its high. That to me says this is an amazing opportunity. Prior to the hype and prior to the injection of additional capital from investors running in, that this company is still undervalued. When I was looking at the analytics and the highs and lows over the course of like the last few years, I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Like, you mean to tell me this company has a vaccine for a worldwide epidemic and it's still currently sitting below its all-time high? That should at least tell you something, that this should be something heavily considered to add to your portfolio. Now, granted, they still have to do like some additional testing, and if there are no hiccups and everything goes smoothly, then this will start being administered roughly by the end of the year. But as far as from an investing standpoint, this is an extremely stable company. It pays a dividend. It's not anywhere near in financial trouble, and the potential upside is off the charts. So it's rare I say this, but I'm definitely going to jump into this stock, and I think it should be something that you consider adding to your portfolio. The biggest thing is this stock may have to be administered annually, something similar to the flu shot. So if that happens, in my opinion, these prices that we currently see with Pfizer, we may never see them again. That's where I stand right now as far as with Pfizer. I'm going to be tracking this stock heavily over the next few weeks and pumping out updates as I make decisions and as I see changes in development. If you'd like to follow those updates, please consider subscribing and liking this video. That way you'll receive the notifications as soon as I post a new video. If you're currently thinking about investing in Pfizer, or you have already, please let me know in the comments. I'd love to engage with you. That's all I have for now. So thank you, happy investing, and until next time.